A chance of showers and storms today. More about that coming up for you in just a moment.
Right now this morning, Hal Lacrosse plans to use state money to help break the cycle between homelessness and jail. President Trump visits flood-devastated Texas today as the death toll climbs and families demand answers about those failed warning systems. And Trump promises no taxes on tips and overtime, but there's a major catch workers need to know about. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Friday, June 11th, July 11th. Thanks for joining us and happy Friday. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett now. The sun is coming up.
Hi.
Is it going to be a nice day or a rainy day, Art?
I think it's going to be a nicer day up north as you get into Eau Claire. We're going to be in and out of the showers. You can see right now, Prairie du Chien is in that currently right now with the light to heavy rainfall trying to track closer. And it's been really slow moving. And so I've talked about this several times now for an hour. That system has not really budged much. So we're going to go right into it. A chance of showers for the morning hours as well as some patchy fog out there this early morning. Giving way to today, shower chances with maybe an opportunity for a storm or two to sweep into the forecast as we go to late day going into your early evening commute. Overnight, maybe some showers and storms working into the region again. That'll actually affect areas for I-94 as well as I-90. Then Saturday, we're looking at some morning showers, and by the time we get in the noon hour, they should be done. I should say we'll get into, you can see how widespread a lot of this moisture is out there right now, but however, the low risk for severe weather is down to the south now and continues to move there. It hits Prairie du Chien and then points southward towards Dubuque as well as Chicago. Madison, you're in that as well. Fog gets out of the way as we finish out the morning hour, so no major threat there. Then we'll carry over to how this all shapes up. You're having some showers this morning for mid-morning hours. Storm activity possibly around the 3 o'clock hour, carrying over into maybe some showers again now by 5 o'clock. So this has also changed. No more showers and storms for the 5 o'clock hour. However, for Eau Claire, you'll get into that storm activity coming in around the 7 o'clock hour for your evening commute. And then once we get into it, it will feel like today, like it's 84 in La Crosse to 83 in Eau Claire. It's a little bit on the cooler side, believe it or not, but still has a little bit of humidity out there. So back to you, my friend.
1 week after catastrophic flooding devastated central Texas, President Trump will visit the epicenter today. The death toll climbing to more than 120 people. 170 are still missing. CBS's Jared Hill has the latest for us.
Combing through every inch of Texas's flash flood alley, it's still all hands on deck as more than 2,000 search and rescue crews try to find any of the people still missing after last week's disaster.
I think that everyone who lives here knows somebody who has been affected.
Alden Towler rode out the flood in his attic with his mom, a neighbor, and her 1-year-old daughter.
Having a 1-year-old infant in your arms, as a mom, I just can't even imagine what she was going through.
During a walk along the banks of the Guadalupe River, University of Texas climatologist Jay Banner explained the area's natural risks.
The warm, moist air masses rising due to the topography of the steep walled valleys funneling this water very quickly.
He says that should be a part of the equation when thinking about future development. Satellite images show Camp Mystic, where there were more than 700 children reshaped by floodwaters. Since 2016, the camp has built at least 7 structures in or near the flood risk area outlined by FEMA flood maps. In 2020, the county adopted rules to limit new builds in floodways to make sure structures could survive a flood. In Kerrville, a growing memorial for the growing number who didn't survive.
I think it's important to give people a place where they can, pay their respects.
President Donald Trump and the First Lady are expected to be among them later today, touring the damage from this devastating disaster. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And around Texas, people are also tying green ribbons around trees to honor the victims, including more than 20 children and counselors from Camp Mystic. The color green is associated with the all-girls Christian camp. Governor Tony Evers, meantime, says he'll make his re-election bid decision next week. He broke that news to us while in La Crosse yesterday, touring the Doll YMCA. It's part of his statewide tour following the signing of his biennial budget. Evers was touting his food security funding.
We got some money in the budget that people understand. Food security is something that the state can actually play a role in and making sure that people are fed.
The budget included $10 million to continue that program. Would you give Evers another term? We asked you that yesterday on our website. The results from our News 8 Now poll, 53% of respondents said yes, 46% said no, with 2% undecided. And we now know the name of the suspect in that Middleton double homicide. Dane County Sheriff's deputies say 25-year-old James Pabst shot and killed his parents, David and Teresa, inside their home Tuesday. David was a Wisconsin State Patrol Bureau director. Police stopped James in Vernon County after the shooting, where he died by suicide during a standoff, police said. An Illinois man accused of scamming a La Crosse diocese official out of $86,000 has his preliminary hearing today. 21-year-old Anas Vora is charged with theft and money laundering. Court documents show the victim got a call from someone pretending to be a fraud investigator who claimed his accounts were compromised. The victim first paid thousands in Menards gift cards, then $80,000 in cash. A Toma victim was also scammed and told to leave cash in a lockbox. The State Department could start firing employees as soon as today. It comes after the Supreme Court cleared the way for mass firings across the federal government. In May, the State Department told Congress it planned to cut about 1,800 domestic jobs. The firings will include civil and foreign service members whose offices are being eliminated or restructured.
This is not a matter of the individual being targeted or an individual not being right. This is about being able to be effective due to the size of the organization and to the structure of the organization.
The State Department says there are no plans to cut jobs overseas as of now. La Crosse residents protested outside of Congressman Derek Van Orden's office over Trump's spending bill. Demonstrators called Van Orden's claim that the bill secures billions for Badger Care a lie. They say cuts to Medicare will affect thousands of Wisconsinites.
When they vote for a bill like this, that they know it's going to hurt people. It's going to hurt a lot of people. And we're not talking about like people who have excess having a little bit less. We're talking about people who have almost nothing having less. And that just drives me crazy.
In response to the protest, Van Orden stated in part, quote, Democrats just don't want to admit that Republicans saved Badger Care, end quote. The La Crosse Common Council, meantime, approving $115,000 for weekend security patrols. Security teams will patrol city parks and parking ramps on weekends. The council also voted on a second item, a new downtown housing project at the old Tribune building. That includes 260 residential units and some commercial space. The council also approved rezoning for a pocket park on Caledonia Street and a new St. Clair Clinic on Jackson Street. La Crosse County was awarded $350,000 to help keep homeless people out of jail. The Wisconsin Justice Department grant will fund a new social worker and resources to help homeless individuals avoid the criminal justice system. The money expands the Pathways Home program, a joint city-county effort to reduce homelessness. Funds will also support housing, addiction treatment, and mental health services.
Many of this population had some traumatic event that led them on a path that didn't work well for them. And a lot of them, with a little bit of support and stability, can really return normally to society.
The grant will go before the La Crosse County Board for approval on July 17th. Your donations are needed today for Rotary Lights Friday food drives. You can drop them off from 11 to 6 at the old Kmart on State Road or the Onalaska Hy-Vee. They need non-perishables like beans and peanut butter and canned fruit the most. The drives will continue the next 2 Fridays, July 18th and 25th. Time now is 6:07. Still ahead, Trump's feud with the Federal Reserve Chair is escalating this morning. We'll tell you why, as Trump is also threatening a 35% tariff on Canada, and job seeking continues to get harder for candidates. And the no tax on tips from Trump's big beautiful bill may be more complicated than what was touted on the campaign trail. We'll tell you what you need to know coming up. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Someone in Onalaska is waking up $50,000 richer. They bought a winning Powerball ticket at the Quick Trip off County OT and matched 4 numbers and the Powerball. The winning numbers, if it was you, 5, 9, 25, 28, 69 with that Powerball of 5. So check your tickets and let us know if you're the winner. As you start to wake up, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the city home to the National Quilt Museum. That is Paducah, Kentucky. Nice morning there. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is after the break.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
This is Tony, and this is Tony's Good Feet story.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job. Before my arch supports, I felt defeated, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I'm more positive.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
We see you out there, making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable Farm and Fleet prices. Like a free $15 Farm and Fleet gift card when you spend $75 on Purina brand dog food, cat food, litter, and treats. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on pet orders of $49 or more. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Well, good morning to you. Take a look at your local forecasters. We get into it here. The Menominee looking pretty good there. 67 degrees out there, 100% humidity, 7 miles of visibility, but the roadways are dry, looking pretty good. So dryness is going to be pretty much the thing for Eau Claire as we get through the day today. You're seeing a little bit of fog starting to develop there now. You can see that right there. Visibility is still 10 miles though. The traffic's looking great out there. The roadways are dry. You get into near Black River Falls. Roadways are dry for you there as well. 66 degrees, 3 miles of visibility. So patchy fog already in play, getting closer towards dense fog, but the roadways are dry. Rainfall is mostly down to the south, but this is still trying to bubble up a little bit. Now it's in Mason City, getting towards areas by La Crosse, trying to cross the river. It's been over Prairie du Chien now for, let's say, like the last hour or so, if that at all, maybe last 45 minutes. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. We take it right into the 8 o'clock hour here. You can see most of this rainfall is down to the south, still kind of hover south of Decorah. Eventually by the 10 o'clock hour, this system may try to bump up a little bit higher than that, but it gets up to Decorah and then begins to fade away as it gets across the river eventually. By the 3 o'clock hour, though, we're looking at showers and storms starting to cross the river, getting into storm activity here for La Crosse. Sparta's in that as well. Not so much for Black River Falls, but I suspect Holman may get a taste of that as well, and Winona gets a taste of that. By the 6 o'clock hour, we have storm activity by Sparta as well, maybe a little bit of spotty showers for areas by Black River Falls, but the system stalls as an area of low pressure kind of stays with us. Drier air out to the west, and then if this stays with us as we go through the next few days. Across the area, you can see some areas in chances for showers, not much happening in some locations. You can see here actually on the ground, but they do have a chance of it. It is about a 50% chance that it's occurring today. Back to the central zone, La Crosse at 82 degrees today with shower activity. You get back up to the north, you're looking at Eau Claire with a chance of storm activity. That's possibly not until about the 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock hour. You can mow your lawn today. You've got a yellow light light there out there for you, but as you carry over, highs for Saturday, you're looking at temperatures from 75 all the way up to about 83 degrees for La Crosse. And then once you get into it here, you're looking at storm activity possibly getting into La Crosse as you go into tomorrow morning, as well as it's the early morning hours, as well as you get into areas right by Eau Claire as well. Back to you.
In our morning consumer news, Trump's feud with the Federal Reserve Chair is escalating. A White House letter accuses the Fed Chair, Jerome Powell, of lying to Congress about headquarters renovations. Officials deny it's laying groundwork to oust Powell, but analysts disagree. Trump wants Powell out so he can appoint someone who will cut interest rates sooner, but he can't fire Powell for that reason. Powell says the Fed probably would have cut rates if Trump hadn't imposed those sweeping tariffs. And speaking of, there's a dramatic escalation in the trade war with Canada this morning. President Trump threatening a 35% tariff on goods from America's northern neighbor. Canada is one of our most important trading partners and the top buyer of U.S. exports. Canada imported $349 billion worth of American goods last year. And in the job market, layoffs aren't surging, but it is getting harder to find work. New unemployment data shows fewer people are getting laid off right now, but more are staying unemployed longer. Continuing unemployment claims hit their highest level since late 2021. Economists say the job market has cooled as employers pull back on hiring. And President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill aimed to fulfill a campaign promise he made to workers last fall, but no tax on tips or overtime is a little more complicated than the shorthand implies. Karen Kaifa breaks it down.
The White House says that with the signing of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act on July 4th, the president fulfilled a campaign promise of no taxes on tips or overtime. But tax experts say workers won't feel relief in their next paycheck. Employers will still withhold federal taxes from tips and overtime through the end of 2025. Instead, eligible workers will have to wait until next tax season for either a bigger refund or a reduced tax payment.
There's no benefit right now. It's going to be when they file their tax return, and then do they meet the criteria? Do they have support?
Tom O'Sabin of the National Association of Tax Professionals says that tax professionals are still seeking clarity from the IRS in some areas of the new law, like specifics on eligible workers. What they do know is that workers in jobs that traditionally receive tips will be able to deduct up to $25,000 in tip income from their federal income taxes on their 2025 tax return. And workers who receive overtime could deduct up to $12,500 of that extra pay. Income limits will apply, and the tax break is temporary through the end of 2028. O'Sabin says the changes make it even more important for workers to track their tips.
Documentation becomes even more important. Otherwise, the deduction won't apply because it could be challenged by IRS and disallowed.
And the new federal law doesn't change tax law for individual states. State income taxes still apply to both tips and overtime. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it back over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
Okay, heading out to the wall myself right now, but as we get into it here, let's take a peek at what's happening. We're going to get into our shower chances today as this continues today gradually. It's a 50% chance, but it's going to be breaking down gradually down to about a 40% chance today. You also have a mix of showers out there coming in for Prairie du Chien, trying to get up to La Crosse right now, but we're also going to be seeing morning fog out there associated with that. We're also seeing that along I-94 currently. Shower chances come in later on today as well into the late day hours, say 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock into your evening commute. Cooler conditions will ensue as well. Overnight conditions, we may have some showers turning into storm activity as we go into Saturday, and that continues into the wee hours of the night and then pretty much fades out as we go through the morning hours. By the noon hour, we should be done. Highs for today, you're looking at 76 to about, say, 82 degrees. 80 for Eau Claire today, as I just showed you, 82 for La Crosse. Down to the south, you're looking at Prairie du Chien, about 77 degrees. The only area that's pretty much in a low risk for severe weather today. We'll get into it as we go into that rainfall, trying to get towards Decorah as we get to the 10 o'clock hour. It kind of brushes them, gets into the noon hour, and the possibility of storm activity starts to get into the forecast here. As you can see by the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock hour, possibly crossing the river here as you get closer to Viroqua as well. Possible storm activity, Sparta getting that as well. This will increase as we get into 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock hour. So that's when we see the possibility of some showers and storms. This is also beginning to weaken a little bit as well, as I've I've just noticed because I just looked at this run about maybe 2 minutes ago. You'll also see the storm activity starting to work towards the East Beaver Dam. Those guys are going to get bigger storm activity. So a lot of this is sweeping south of us and then coming back again up to the northern portions of us, almost equally distanced there as far as latitude is concerned. And then you can see most of the storm goes to the east and out of our region. We'll also pick up maybe the possibility of storms coming in later on for Eau Claire as well. That continues to sweep along as we go into the overnight hours. Down to the south, we're drier though for La Crosse along I-90, as well as drier conditions down to the south for Prairie du Chien. Then we see another batch of this coming, undercutting us again, coming back again for Madison. By the time we get in the 3 o'clock hour, that storm activity we were supposed to be getting, that's now east of us. Again, another batch up to the north by Minnesota working towards Eau Claire. That kind of brushes all the way up towards Ladysmith and then kind of brushes Eau Claire there as well. We're on the drier side of this going into 7 o'clock in the morning after sunrise and continue on. We get the clouds out of this, maybe a little bit of fog. Most of the storm activity is up to the north, and then we're done. As we get into the noon hour, we're pretty much just in the cloud cover, and we'll have mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies to finish the day. As far as the rain is concerned for today, you're seeing maybe about 1/10 of an inch or less. Sparta could get 1/4 of an inch or less. 1/2 an inch down to the south, not even that much, maybe a trace for Eau Claire. We'll go into it with Saturday now, so a 2-day total. You're still seeing limited amounts of rainfall for Eau Claire, but an inch or so for Ladysmith. Down to the south as you get into, again, not much change for areas down to the south for us because most of that rainfall undercuts us and goes to the east where all that rain is now there where you can see. We'll go into it for Saturday once again, 75 to about 83 degrees. We'll be on the cooler side with the low 80s. Sunday, things kind of begin to bump up a little bit. We're in the widespread 80s. We get back to about 86 degrees for us. Then once we get into Monday, boom, temperatures around 90 degrees. It's going to feel like it's about 94 to 95 degrees on your skin. Once we get into the next few days, though, we'll hold on to increasing temperatures and rainfall and humidity popping into the picture. So it bumps up by Tuesday going into Wednesday. And then, of course, our next few days, you can see how hot it's going to feel over the next few days between at least 94 to 93 degrees. And then eventually, you're going to warm it up, and then we cool you back down for Thursday and Friday of next week.
All right, still to come, Trump's birthright citizenship executive order is on hold once again. We'll tell you how the administration is responding to the warning from the judge who struck it down. And exercise may help you live longer. How much doctors say you should aim to get every day.
Coming up the Blitz, the Twins aiming for a sweep of the Cubs, plus a fantastic finish at the Lumberyard. You won't want to miss it. Stick around.
Save big with hot deals at Menards, all after 11% rebate. Rubber mulch is just $4.79 per bag. A 25-foot Yardworks garden hose, only $9.99. Stay organized with a 27-gallon industrial storage tote, just $6.98. An 8-pack of double-roll paper towels with a super strong 3-ply design, only $13.96. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
The state Supreme Court overturned the 1849 abortion ban. But what does that really mean? Thursday at 6, discover the real impact of Wisconsin's abortion law changes. A local woman's journey reveals the hidden barriers. Her story, Thursday at 6.
Call Hupy and Abraham. They really do mean business.
Welcome to the Blitz. Well, entering yesterday, the Brewers were just a game and a half back of the Cubs. The first time since April 22nd they had been that close to Chicago in the NL Central standings. Milwaukee off yesterday, but the Twins were going for a sweep of the Windy City Northsiders. Cubs in front by 1 run in the third when Pete Crow Armstrong makes it a 3-run lead with one swing of the bat. Harrison Bader almost with the home run robbery, but leaves the yard to increase the Chicago lead. Minnesota down 6 runs, looking to mount a mighty comeback in the 5th when Cody Clemens lifts one up and out to cut into the deficit, but the Cubs bats would not slow down, and it's PCA once again. That home run makes him the 3rd player in MLB history to have 25 homers and 25 steals before the All-Star break. Chicago salvaging the final game of the series. 8-1 is the final. Loggers still at home taking on Thunder Bay last night. Bottom 7, Loggers down 1 until the Aquinas kid Eddie Peters comes through with a shot back up the middle. That ties things up at 4. La Crosse would take the lead on a sacrifice fly. Then Peters goes to steal 3rd. He's there safely, and the ball gets away. He scores to make it a 2-run lead. Border Cats threatening in the 8th. They tie it up, bases loaded, 2 outs. It's a shot to left, but look at the full extension from Carson Oland to end the threat and keep things tied. So we go to the 9th. 2 outs, bases loaded. Savion Flowers at the dish, and he launches one into the La Crosse night. Flower power. Are you kidding me? The 2nd walk-off grand slam of the season for the Loggers, and they win this one by a final of 11-7. What a game. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you back here later tonight.
We're here at US Cellular for Us Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It almost feels like we're part of a cool club together.
Swag.
Us Days just got bigger. All customers get a free phone with no trade-in.
Save on Stressless by the truckload at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Every season, Stressless updates styles and leathers, but first, we need to make room. At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we took advantage of big discounts on discontinued styles, leathers, and overstocks. Now we're passing a truckload of savings on to you. You'll find sofas, love seats, chairs, and ottomans, even power recliners, all at amazingly low prices. Don't delay. Quantities are extremely limited. Take advantage of truckload savings on Stressless, only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
It's Hy-Vee's one-day sale. One day only, Friday, July 11th. Fresh ground chuck, just $3.99 a pound. Hy-Vee butter, just $2.99. Driscoll's strawberries, just $2.48. Jack's Pizza, just $2.99. Save on Washington cherries and Hy-Vee vegetables. Plus, you'll find even more great deals across the store. Save both in-store and online. One day only, Friday, July 11th. Only at Hy-Vee.
Big names, big energy, one unforgettable weekend. Ashley for the Arts returns August 7th through the 9th in Arcadia, featuring Brad Paisley, ZZ Top, Darius Rucker, Third Eye Blind, and more. From live music and family fun to fireworks and interactive art, all for $55. It's not just a festival, it's an experience. Get your tickets now at ashleyforthearts.com.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Control is
Ask your gastroenterologist.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
iPhone.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Well, good morning to you. Rainfall over by Prairie du Chien and trying to get closer to La Crosse. More about that in just a moment.
Right now this morning, how La Crosse is using state money to break the cycle between homelessness and jail. President Trump visits flood-devastated Texas today as the death toll climbs and families demand answers about failed warning systems. And from traditional recipes to modern twists, we see what Lax Grill is cooking up on Foodie Friday. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Friday, July 11th, we will send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. We can hear you guys in the back, by the way. You guys are cued back there.
Yeah. Right.
Hey.
Yeah. We have
What's going on, Art?
We have some showers out there, and I wish I had some of that food you just had out there. We're going to see that in just a moment, though. That'll be fun to watch. All right, so we get into it. We've got the showers possibly this afternoon. We may even see some fog this early morning as well, so not much. It's just patchy fog there. Today, we get into some shower chances, and maybe a storm or two may sweep up. Eventually, by the late day, possibly for that to happen, then occurring all the way into your evening commute, maybe a few storms turning into showers. Then overnight, later on tonight, we'll see some overnight showers getting into the region again for both areas along I-90 as well as I-94. And then that's all the way done by the time we finish out going into your Saturday morning hours. Hey, take a look, though. Today, we have a low risk for severe weather for the region, but most of that is down by Prairie du Chien. Other than that, we are not in this anymore. So you can get out and mow your lawn. I've got a yellow light out there for you today, and as far as tomorrow as well. Fog and low cloud activity is looking pretty good for you. It'll dissipate by the time we get in the 8 o'clock hour. You see the showers coming in for the morning hours, mid-morning to late morning, and then storm activity around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, possibly, maybe even 7 o'clock for areas as you get into Eau Claire. Yeah, you can see that happening. So the showers about a 20 to about 30 to 40% chance of that occurring today. Then we get into the highs. We're holding on to much cooler conditions because of this rain that's here now. A little bit of cooler air from Canada as well. 76 or so to about 82 degrees. La Crosse has that warm spot at 82, 80 for Eau Claire. We'll get into how it feels like on your skin. It'll feel like 84 degrees for La Crosse today and 83 for Eau Claire. So a little bit of humidity, but as we go through the week, we'll see more humidity coming in going through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. The rainfall threat for tomorrow is pretty much almost out of the region now, so it's limited, so don't worry about that. And as you can see, as the next few days, humidity really begins to pick up as we get into Monday and Tuesday, where it'll feel like it's about 93 to 94 degrees on your skin. Back to you.
All right, Art, thank you. To Texas now, where it's been 1 week since that devastating flood devastated the Texas Hill Country. The death toll keeps rising, the number of missing more than 160, and there have been tireless search and rescue efforts to find victims. Today, the president will visit the area. Lee Waldman is in Kerrville with the latest.
There was 5 as of yesterday over there and 1 on this side.
What was once a peaceful way of life living along the Guadalupe River has now turned into a mass grave 1 week after catastrophic flooding.
This still blows me away. This really does blow me away.
Ricky Ray Robertson's family's property was significantly damaged in the flood. Helicopters are constantly flying overhead with search crews working across the river. His cabin home was washed away, but Robertson says people searching his property have it much worse.
The man walked to me and he said, "We're looking for our daughter." And he said, "I know we're not going to find her, but we can't just sit in a hotel."
Up the road near a local park, 91-year-old Charles Hansen has started clearing debris every morning, finding solace in the work.
On behalf of the people who can't be here or shouldn't be here right now, I'm here.
A week after disaster struck, the communities along the now calm Guadalupe trying to find a way forward.
But I think the best thing I can do in respect for the people is to help clean up the mess.
They're not numbers. You know, they're little girls and men and mothers and fathers. And what is this? You know, a big square box full of stuff, you know, that I can easily rebuild.
In Kerrville, Texas, I'm Lee Waldman.
Around the state of Texas, people are also tying green ribbons around trees to honor those people who've died, including more than 20 children and counselors from Camp Mystic. The color green is associated with that camp. Governor Tony Evers says he will make his re-election bid decision next week. He broke that news to us yesterday while in La Crosse touring the Doll YMCA, part of his statewide tour following the signing of his biennial budget. Evers was touting his food security funding at the Y.
We got some money in the budget that people understand. Food security is something that the state can actually play a role in making sure that people are fed.
The budget included $10 million to continue the program. Would you give Evers another term? Here are the results of our poll. We asked you yesterday online. 53% said yes, 46% said no, with 2% undecided. Some other news to get to this morning. We now know the name of the suspect in that Middleton double homicide. Dane County Sheriff's deputies say 25-year-old James Papps shot and killed his parents, David and Teresa, inside their home Tuesday. David was a Wisconsin State Patrol Bureau director. Police stopped James in Vernon County after the shooting, where he died by suicide during a standoff, police said. Flags will fly at half-staff today around Wisconsin as Milwaukee police officer Kendall Corder is laid to rest. Governor Evers ordered the tribute for the 32-year-old officer killed last month. Corder was responding to a shots-fired call when police say he and his partner were ambushed. Corder died from his injuries. In his proclamation, Governor Evers said he and his wife honor Corder's public service and their hearts break for his family and friends. A federal judge is blocking President Trump's order to end birthright citizenship in this country. This is the first major legal test since the Supreme Court limited lower court judges' power to issue injunctions. The New Hampshire judge agreed to protect people who would lose their citizenship under Trump's order. Immigration attorneys requested the protection for those deprived of citizenship. White House border czar Tom Homan blasted the ruling.
What they need to understand, the American people voted for this agenda, right? So, the men and women of ICE are arresting public safety threats and national security threats every day across this country. Every illegal alien public safety threat they arrest makes this country safer.
The judge said an abrupt change in citizenship could cause irreparable harm and gave the Trump administration a week to appeal. The La Crosse Common Council approving $115,000 for weekend security patrols. Security teams will now patrol city parks and parking ramps on weekends. The council also voted on a second item, a new downtown housing project at the Old Tribune building site. That includes 260 residential units and commercial space. They also approved rezoning for a pocket park on Caledonia and a new clinic on Jackson Street. La Crosse County was awarded $350,000 to help keep homeless people out of jail. The Wisconsin Justice Department grant will fund a new social worker and resources to help homeless people avoid the criminal justice system. The money expands the Pathways Home program, a joint city-county effort to reduce homelessness.
Many of this population had some traumatic event that led them on a path that didn't work well for them. And a lot of them, with a little bit of support and stability, can really return normally to society.
The grant will go before the La Crosse County Board for approval on July 17th. There are some new incentives for Hollywood to shoot more movies in Wisconsin. The new state budget provides funding for a film office and a $5 million tax incentive program. It received bipartisan support. Wisconsin was one of 13 states without film incentives and one of 3 without a state film office. In your morning medical news, cases of measles just hit a 33-year high in this country. Health officials reporting over 1,200 cases across 38 states this year, most in Texas. It comes as the MMR vaccination rate has fallen nationally 2.3%.
The vaccination rates for MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, have not been high enough to prevent community transmission. So we've seen this big outbreak in Texas, but now spillovers into other states, so smaller outbreaks in other states. We're also seeing importations from other countries, so returning travelers from outside the country is driving some of this as well.
The CDC recommends getting the MMR vaccine at 12 to 15 months for the first dose and 4 to 6 years for the second. New research shows people who exercise may lower their risk of dying early. According to the study, regular exercise that increases heart and breathing rates may reduce a person's risk of early death by up to 40%. The World Health Organization says people should do moderate to intense aerobic physical activity for at least 150 to 300 minutes each week. Now we'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He has an update on our morning commute.
All that running just made me tired. Hey, we get into it here right now. You're looking at Eau Claire, looking pretty good. 67 degrees out there currently, 10 miles visibility, but a little patchy fog is starting to develop, trying to get closer to the surface right about now. We'll take it over to Tomah, or at least near Tomah, 69 degrees for you there. Feels like 71 degrees. That's clicked over. 4 miles visibility, so a little patchy fog getting your way there. So please be careful as you go right through that region, as well as near Black River Falls. 3 miles visibility here, 66 degrees for for you with about 100% relative humidity. All right, I want to get back to Dubuque because they just had a little batch of rainfall that went through there, so the roadways, or I should say the area there, is pretty soaking wet. If we can get back to it, hopefully this will come back soon, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so I'm going to continue to move on, unfortunately. All right, so Prairie du Chien has the rainfall. It's been like that for like the last hour and a half now. You're getting down to Gutenberg as well as down to Dubuque, Iowa. You're getting there. They've been in the rain, as I just mentioned. They got a good little blasting of that. Now we take it to see who's getting what. Up there by Eau Claire, dry skies. I just showed you that. Little patchy fog there. Black River Falls, little patchy fog there. We're known, I would just suggest you have a little bit of fog as well as La Crosse and on Alaska. And then we're dry, still holding on to the region, but eventually some rainfall will start to move into your area as we get into the next few hours. So we're talking about mid-morning hours for you. We'll go into, at least as we go through the next few days, you're looking at the possibility of at least some showers coming back again after we get to the noon hour, possibly around this region here as you get to Black River Falls to La Crosse and finishing out. You can see going into the 3 o'clock hour. That continues on. As that continues to do so, you're going to be picking up again the possibility of some decent showers as you can see them rolling around, going right through the area back into the south zone as well as back down to the central zone as well. La Crosse, 82 degrees expected today. Back to you.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8, starting with Evelyn, turning 8 months. She enjoys climbing, trying new foods, and spending time with her pets. And Finley is turning 8. He loves to build things, and you see here, swim with his younger siblings. And Nora is also turning 8. She enjoys family vacations, sleepovers with friends, and kittens. Look how cute that one is. Abigail's turning 18. She enjoys reading, going to the park, and going to Culver's. Art likes going to Culver's too. Happy birthday to all of you. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button. Still ahead, fresh local ingredients meet Asian fusion at La Crosse's newest restaurant. Lax Grill's unique approach to flavor when you join us for Foodie Friday next.
4th of July savings are going on right now at Home Furniture. Buy more, save more with up to $500 in instant rebates. Get this sofa for just $8.99 or this dining set for $11.99 after rebate. Hurry in for 4th of July savings at Home Furniture.
Protect yourself from the harsh sun with Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens from Asher Lassen Exteriors. With over 150 fabrics to choose from and the largest sizes available, you can create shade to match your home and style. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com or call us at 888-GO-ASHER.
We see you out there, making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like these special buy men's Skechers, just $29.99 while supplies last. Save $5 on Blaine's brand original cat food, $24.99. And assorted Taste of the Wild dog food, $3 off. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Look, we're great with teeth. We're toothbrushes.
But we're not the best with tongues, cheeks, and everything in between.
We need backup. The clinically proven essential oils in Listerine clean every surface of your mouth.
For whole mouth health, Listerine. Wash your mouth.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardiance, at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Right now, get 4th of July mattress savings at Home Sleep Express. Get up to $500 off with instant rebates on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. Get this Invigorate Plush Queen for just $5.99. The more you buy, the more you save with 4th of July mattress savings now at Home Sleep Express.
All right, as we get into the daytime, we're looking at the possibility of, again, showers and storms today. Then we go drier for Saturday into the afternoon and into Sunday. Then by Monday, and we stay a little bit dry until the evening hours. Tuesday and Wednesday, storms begin to ramp up again. And then we see drier conditions coming in as well as much cooler conditions, the 70s and 80s to finish out the work week for Thursday going into your Friday. All right, so that's what's happening there. We'll take a look to see what's going on after that, where we're going to hold on to the possibility of more showers and storms coming through your forecast. And I want to show you, let's take a look at the rainfall here, where you're going to be seeing, getting into it here, maybe about 1/4 inch or less today. You'll see maybe some areas down to the south by Bosqueville and Prairie du Chien about 1/2 inch. Up to Ladysmith about 1 inch or so, but Eau Claire not so much, maybe a trace. But I suspect maybe about 1/4 inch for you. You'll see most of the storms tracking more to the east, and some of which are undercutting us. So we're losing out on that rainfall. I mean, it's unfortunate, but still, that's what's going to happen. We'll carry over to how this all looks over the next few days, my friends, and this is what you're looking at. The possibility of showers and storms today and tomorrow, from a 50% chance to a 30% chance. Now, overnight tonight, it's going to be about a 70% chance, and then it drops down as we go through Saturday morning. So we're done by the noon hour as well, getting into a day of just maybe about a 30% chance of showers, but that's not going to happen. Sunday, you've got sunnier skies in the forecast with temperatures bumping up as we get warmer air coming back in again. We're holding on to 86 degrees for our high. By Monday, humidity starts to back into the picture now. We're going to hold on to temperatures feeling like it's at least in the lower 90s, as the temperatures will show 90 degrees there. It'll feel like 89 on, it'll be 89 degrees on Tuesday with a 30% chance of showers turning to storms possibly, but it'll feel like it's probably about, say, 93 degrees on your skin. We'll go into Wednesday with a 60% chance of showers and storms, and that will go into 82 degrees. We get a little bit cooler. Then eventually by Thursday and Friday of next week, as I mentioned before, temperatures drop down with air from Canada. We're looking at 79 to about 80 degrees and much cooler conditions in your forecast. So that's what's going to happen. Today, I would suggest if you're mowing your lawn, you can mow your lawn, but it's a yellow alert as well as that going into today. And I'm not talking alert day, I'm just talking about to mow your lawn because the grass may be a little bit on the wetter side. But that's a look at your forecast. Back to you.
Main Street in La Crosse has a new culinary destination that's already making waves. Lax Grill is putting its own spin on Asian fusion, using fresh local ingredients to create dishes that honor tradition while adding some modern flair. And we are joined this morning by the folks at Lax Grill to tell us more for this Foodie Friday segment. Good morning to you all. Thanks for being here this morning. Nice to see you. So tell us a little bit about the concept, behind Lax Grill and what makes it different.
Yeah, so Lax Grill is a very special place. Our owner and chef and creator is Paua. She's Hmong, and as a lot of people know, the Hmong people are very special people too.
Yeah.
They're nomadic. They don't actually have a country to call home, and so they pick up. She's picked up a lot of recipes along the way from several Asian countries, Southeastern Asian countries down there, and so yeah, you can just taste the love in every bite. That's what we like to say, and yeah.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, and we know that you guys are lighting up on social media, getting lots of rave reviews. So tell us a little bit about what you did bring today. This looks and smells amazing.
Yeah, so we brought 2 of our main appetizers and then 1 of our main dishes that are the most popular at the moment. We have our crab ragoons that come in a set of 4, and they're an amazing recipe in my opinion. I love crab ragoons.
Yeah.
And it's a secret recipe amongst all of our dishes.
Okay.
So I would say these are a fan favorite. So if you get a chance to try those, definitely. Our egg rolls as well, and then we have our pad thai dish, which has a chicken and tofu mix, and then noodles and a few other ingredients in it. And then you can get it all the way from no spice to extra spicy, so customizable.
Okay.
And then also be able to make it vegan or gluten-free, things like that. So.
Okay, great to know. It all looks so good. And so you do use fresh and local ingredients. Tell us a little bit about that and why it's so important.
Yeah, I think that health is one of the most important things you can have.
Yeah.
And
so using the fresh kind of ingredients to bring some healthy options to people.
That's right. We grow our own herbs on the windowsill, so when you guys come in, you can see them growing, and everything else is locally sourced. Our meat, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's great to know. I know people are always looking for that. And you guys do have kind of an event space, right? So what should we know about that?
Yeah, so if you walk in the back, we have like this upstairs room, which is a nice quiet space, so like all the guests like aren't disturbed or anything like that. But yeah, like it's a pretty open, like casual seating space for all the guests to talk and just spend time with their family or friends, whoever it is. We've hosted birthday parties, graduation parties, some family get-togethers, and we even had like a Hmong language graduation there recently.
Very cool.
So we have a lot of different catering options for that too, and we also have like a 360 camera machine that can like take your photos and memories.
Okay.
And also like a karaoke machine to sing your hearts out. So.
Okay, very fun. All right, some good options there. And then you did mention that you do offer gluten-free, so if people do have dietary restrictions, they're okay to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Our menu is super customizable. You can change pretty much about anything. You ask us, we'll do it.
Okay,
We're
good
here
to
for the
know.
people.
Yes, that's good to know. Anything else? Your hours. You're not open on Monday and Tuesday, right?
Actually, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so the rest of the time you're open, and opening at 11 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay, great. Anything else that you guys want the community to know?
I don't think so.
We
Come
love
stop
food,
in.
we love people. Come on in, see us.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. I'm going to try those crab
Please
ring
do,
food
yes.
as we head out. Okay, great. I can tell it's going to have a good crunch. Amazing.
Amazing.
I love the sauce too. Thank you guys
Oh,
so
yeah.
much for being here.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Thank
Stay
you
with
so
us.
much. Thanks
We're
for
back
having
right after this.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, summertime means enjoying the outdoors, but we have a warning for you about ticks. Dr. Celine Gounder will be here to talk about a concerning rise in tick bites. Plus, do you have the skills with the grill? We'll talk to an expert from Serious Eats on how beginners can turn themselves into barbecue masters. Also, comedian Patton Oswalt is here in studio. We'll talk about his upcoming Audible original, and it is hilarious. And I got a chance to visit a world-famous guitar shop in California where some of the biggest names in music do their shopping. We'll see you at 7.
I never knew fudge could be so dandy. Pop in to Valley Fudge and Candy.
Summer style starts here. Refresh your space for less at the King Furniture Hot Summer Sale. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining, you name it. Find mattress closeout deals on overstocked inventory and special factory closeout Lazy Boy recliners at prices too good to sit out. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. We'll even deliver in Holloway for free. It's the King Furniture Hot Summer Sale going on now.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and clearer skin, I'm all in. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today.
Perfect heat and glow fireplace for your home. Customized to fit your style and space. And in just a few days, you'll be enjoying the warmth from a heat and glow fireplace. Don't wait to make your home complete. Visit La Crosse Fireplace Company today because your place is by the fire.
I never knew fudge could be so dandy. Pop in to Valley Fudge and Candy.
The state Supreme Court overturned the 1849 abortion ban. But what does that really mean? Thursday at 6, discover the real impact of Wisconsin's abortion law changes. A local woman's journey reveals the hidden barriers. Her story, Thursday at 6. Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now. Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app. The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Amanda Anisimova is heading to her first Grand Slam final after a stunning upset at Wimbledon. In case you missed it, the American defeated world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka in 3 sets. Anisimova said in her on-court interview that it doesn't feel real right now. As you can imagine, there she is the moment she won. She's the first American Wimbledon finalist since Serena Williams. The final, by the way, is on Saturday. Time for your morning news now as Kerr County and other parts of central Texas continue the grim search for more than 170 still missing after last Friday's deadly flooding. President Trump and the First Lady are scheduled to visit the area today. More than 2,000 first responders, even a team from Mexico, are taking part in the rescue and recovery efforts. Governor Tony Evers says he'll make his re-election bid decision next week. He broke that news to us while in La Crosse yesterday, touring the YMCA, part of his statewide tour. After his budget signing, Evers was there touting his food security funding.
We got some money in the budget that people understand. Food security is something that the state can actually play a role in making sure that people are fed.
The budget included $10 million to continue the program. And we asked you if you would give Evers a second term on our website yesterday. 53% of you said yes, 46% said no. La Crosse County was awarded $350,000 to help keep homeless people out of jail. The Wisconsin Justice Department grant will fund a new social worker and resources to help homeless individuals avoid the criminal justice system. The money expands the Pathways Home program, a joint city-county effort to reduce homelessness. Funds will also support housing, addiction treatment, and mental health services.
Many of this population had some traumatic event that led them on a path that didn't work well for them. And a lot of them, with a little bit of support and stability, can really return normally to society.
The grant will go before the La Crosse County Board for approval on July 17th.
Are we getting some showers around here? Well, we'll see. We have a chance of that happening. It goes from a 40% chance down to about a 30% chance today, possibly 20% chance to finish. Maybe a storm or two by the 3 o'clock hour or so, and then we'll get into Eau Claire. You're looking at maybe storms coming in around 6 o'clock tonight, and then finishing out with some storms coming in overnight into tomorrow. We're looking at a 2-day total, maybe about a 1/4 of an inch or less in the forecast, maybe a 1/2 inch as you go farther south. They've got all the rainfall right now. Expect temperatures to be on the cooler side until Sunday. Then we'll begin to warm you up going into Monday and Tuesday. Much cooler for the end of next week.
Yeah, getting into the 90s. All right. Thank you, Art. And thanks for waking up with us. Coming up later today at noon, you can help stock local food pantries today. We'll tell you what's needed most. Live coverage of the Rotary Lights food drive when we see you back here at noon.